Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I'm gonna give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakodash. Double honors unto my apostles and others, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim, His word, in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. Shalom to the sincere sisters as well that are out there. I'm gonna do this quick lesson. It's Saturday, so on my way to camp, and I just wanted to use this time. I just was in the spirit of doing a lesson, so I figured I'd touch on this. It's something, a subject matter I'm probably gonna go a little deeper into at camp later, because this is a spirit that people love to. It pops itself. It's the spirit is out there. It pops up from time to time. You know, you got a lot of people that are what's the word? Do things to be seen of men. You know, they do things to receive glory, vainglory, that is. You know, so these people are crazy. Okay, so as the title says, are you sure you really want to be judged by the law and not by faith, or something to that effect? I think that's what I titled it. All right, because see, a lot of Jakes say that's one of the things they try to shame us here at Great Millstone about. It's like, oh, they talk faith based, which we don't. We tell you to keep the laws to the best of your ability. You know, we all do that. That's part of our culture. Why would we tell you to go against that? But we understand there's another aspect to all of that, which is faith. That's what we are being judged by on this side. It's not about the keeping of the law. All right. But people want to use that as like I said, as I'm better than you, or I'm this or that than you, because it's trying to measure you up, right? That's all it is. All right. So there's certain laws that, when I was meditating on this subject matter, well, really, I was watching first and foremost, I was watching a video of Elder Yashawamba recently, and he was going into this. You know, I didn't get a chance to finish it, but in the spirit, Salaki, just see the text. Bear with me 1 second. I'll respond to that in a second. Salaki, like I said, we're in motion at camp, so seeing things as they come as well. So back to the subject matter of the law. Like I said, I saw a video from Elder Yashawamba a few days ago about this subject matter, and I said, you know what? I started meditating on it. You know, dealing with the whole subject matter of being faith or by works of the law. And well, first and foremost, you get the book of James. It tells us that what? If you're in offense of one law, you're in offense of them all. So you have to keep all the laws, right? So I started just digging a little deeper, because like I said, the next point was, it led me to meditate on the fact that a lot of people say this and don't really know the laws of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They really treat the laws from an element like how from an angle like Christians do. They kind of scan over, pick and choose, get louder. That's what, you know, I hate to drop names, but it's just true. That's what IUIC does. The first thing that they love to go at is what? Where's your fringes at, brothers? Where's your fringes at? Straight attack. That's what that energy is all about. See, it's about vainglory. It's not because see, with faith, I can't look at you and say that how much faith you have. You know, that's between you and Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why in Matthew the 6th chapter, it speaks about what? When you fast, wash your face and don't present yourself as if you are fasting, or when you pray in your closet, and be not as those that pray to basically be seen. A lot of people do a lot of shit in the name of just being seen. They want to be seen for what they do, which is corny as hell. It's weak. It's performative. Okay? So dealing with the laws of the Bible, I looked up, just scanned a few that came to my mind as I thought about laws that you can't keep. You can't keep. All right? And I might just touch on the one law here in this lesson and continue the rest at camp, depending on how the spirit go. I'm driving, but I can't pull it up right now. But Deuteronomy, the 13th chapter, about the 5th or 6th verse. You can't do that in this land. And for those that don't know, in that law, it speaks on the fact that if a friend of yours, a sibling of yours, a neighbor, anybody that's close to you outside of your mother and your father, I believe, not them, because, the scriptures speak about that, about smiting your mother and your father. But in that law, if somebody comes to you talking about another God or something outside of the that's profane, you're supposed to grab them up and put them to death. That's the law. If your friend come to you talking about some goddamn Kemet shit, you're not supposed to just, agree to disagree. If you claim to be an Israelite, and you one of these people that are basing your life on just the law, how are you dealing with that law? Because we live in a time now where we are surrounded by unbelievers. So you just, like I say, there's certain laws where you could go, there's plenty of laws that just, you don't even comprehend what's going on with the law. You're just being, a lot of you are just being contentious with the law. And because you feel like you got a little, I got a law here and a law there, I got them, fringes. You can't keep the law in perfection. Spiritually, hey, that's why you know what, you camps, y'all the same camps that don't even want to give Yahushua his proper reverence and word and honor. Yahushua is word. We don't worship him on the level of Yahweh, but we understand that he is worthy to be worshipped. Him laying his life down for us was nothing little. And that's another point. A lot of you, because when you these things go hand in hand. Scriptures say that what? Yahushua is for lo, I am found in the volume of the book. Yahushua's spirit is in the Torah, the Tanakh, the epistles, the books of wisdom. He's all through the Bible. For John 1:1, he's the word. But a lot of Israelites are very performative. They're not sincere in their actions, and it shows. And when the heat gets turned up, a lot of them watch, because these performative ass Israelites are going to be the first ones to flake, because it's not real. It's not based in sincerity. Scriptures say that you got to worship the Lord in truth and in sincerity. And Yahushua is Revelation, the 5th chapter. He was the one that was worthy to open up the seals so we could get understanding. See, him coming on the scene 2,000 years ago and laying and sacrificing himself in the name of us so that we could be covered in his blood. Do you understand? None of us would be saved if we were judged by the law. None of us. I don't give a fuck, and I gotta say it that way, because I don't give a fuck what you think. And I'm speaking even on my own. All of us, we all be dead. We all are worthy of death according to the law. A lot of you don't even understand what that means. You don't, like I said, it's the laws. You got to deal with you have to understand laws of the Bible. But people get butthurt, people get emotional, people lack understanding. They don't understand what's being said here, so they just skip it. So Deuteronomy, the 13th chapter. That's one. Another law. The biggest law is Your woman on a period. If you have a woman, you want to tell me that you have a house specifically for her, for when she's on her cycle. That's number one. That's only one part of it. All right? You have the part where this is the one that just cuts you. All right? I don't care what this. None of you are doing this. None of you Old Testament Israelites are doing this. None of you. So if you're not covered in the blood of Yahweh Shai, and you, the law, where's the temple? Where's your Levitical? Because to hell with what Paul said, because Paul said in the book of Hebrews what? Fuck, man. These roads, man. Salaki. Paul said, it was Paul who told us in Hebrews the 7th chapter that what? That our Lord sprang out of Judah, consorting the priesthood. Roughly paraphrasing, Hebrews 7:14, right? That was Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai ushered in a new way of the priesthood, which allowed for all of us in this time. That's what I'm speaking on, is the fact of Yahweh Shai laying his life down for us 2,000 plus years ago, gave us a chance at salvation in this time. Because in the spirit, he knew that we had to do this. You understand how unclean this place is? A lot of you don't. A lot of you don't think on this. This place is spiritually unclean. It's filthy. From the food, from the people, every aspect you could think of is filthy. It's spiritually unclean. The fact that wickedness is just spread out and grows and allowed to flourish, that's wicked. That's a decaying factor of this place. All right? So the Lord shedding his life for us gave us chance for salvation. Now it's just have faith. Have faith. Do as I say. Have faith. Nah, ain't it, man? Whatever, man. Y'all faith-based Israelites. What the fuck is that to even say? The fact that you think that that's a slander, that's a jab. The fact that for you to think that that's a jab is silly. All right. So, like I said, you got the law, back to the law of your woman on her menstrual cycle. When your woman is on her cycle, according to the law, she's supposed to be put somewhere, right? A lot of you don't even understand, according to the Bible, a lot of laws deal with blood, all right? You cut yourself. You draw blood on yourself. The Lord is big on blood. All right? Blood is a major subject matter dealing with the law. The priest would shed blood. We would shed blood through sacrifices in the name of cleansing us. Blood is a very major thing. So a woman bleeding out, you got to put her away. How many of you are putting your wives away, talking all this shit? And that's just one element of it. Putting her away. Anything you touch in regards to her make you unclean. How many of you are doing this? Then, if you don't believe in it, you're just so stuck in the law. Okay, how many of you are bringing I think it's 2 turtle doves on the 8th day of her cycle? When she's finished her cycle on the 8th day, how many of you are taking 2 turtle doves to the priest to offer one as a sin offering? I forget the other one. And then she's unclean. And then she's now clean. These are just laws I'm just picking that are just there. Oh man, whatever, man. So 12 weeks out of the year, once a month, give or take, right? You putting your wife away in a hotel for a whole week, or you got a whole nother home? That's what you want to be judged according to? And then you got to, and then bringing turtle. Like I said, where's the temple? Where you're so law-based. Where's your temple? Where's your Levitical priest? Where's your priest offering these sacrifices? You have a child. Your woman give birth. There's 1 week of unclean the first week of uncleanliness, where you're unclean, excuse me. The first week of you being declared unclean, right? The woman and the child. And then if it's a boy, of course, on the 8th day. How many of you are getting your sons circumcised on the 8th day, and then your daughter is unclean for 66 days on top of that, on top of the week, and then your son is unclean for 33 days, and then gonna be put away because they're unclean? How many of y'all doing this when your child, if you have a child, when your child was born, you were away from your woman and child for 66 days if it was a daughter? The law is, the Lord knew, right? And then there's certain law. That's why I said the first law when I spoke on Deuteronomy, the 13th chapter, dealing with the law of if somebody close to you is talking about another. And how about this? This is another law that compounds with it. In the book of Leviticus, I forget the place, but there's a law that basically, I think it's the 5th chapter. If you know that a nigga did some wrong shit, see, that's another spirit. This don't snitch. Man, don't snitch, man. Say no, don't say no to snitching. Snitches end up in ditches. That's against the law of the Bible. That's against, I believe, Leviticus, the 5th chapter. If you know somebody did some bullshit, did something to somebody's wife, stole something, did some wicked shit, you're supposed to speak on it. These are all laws. Nah, man, I know my man. You know some shit happened between, your dad or your family. All our family members are wicked. All of them. They're not serving you. How about Shimei was shot? They're not serving you. How about Shimei was shot? A lot of our family members are in the Satanism, witchcraft, all types of serving wood and stone, as the scriptures say, all types of religions. Our people are into everything. But hey, judge us according to the law, man. Shit. We have, like the scriptures say, you're an offense of one, you're an offense of them all. And you don't know, and at the end of the day, the Lord is the ultimate judge. So if the Lord really wanted to, see, sometimes you go to court, if you've never been to court, right? It's like the police, but let's just say you end up having to go to court. I'm driving by the courthouse, right? And shit, I had court last year, So that's why I said, if you've ever had to go to court, you understand it. Sometimes the judge, you get a judge, and the judge be cool, understanding, give you a second chance, a third chance, you know what I mean? And then some judges is, which I was looking up, I was looking into the subject matter of the law. You got places like Virginia, and Virginia law system is strict, right? North Carolina has a law that they have an absolute speed limit law, right? Which this cop was speaking on, basically saying that you if let's just say on the highway, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour, right? If you are doing 46 miles an hour, they can pull you over. They can give you a ticket. right? And in Virginia, a lot of laws that you would consider light, they all have possible jail and fine sentences on them. So you could act, if they felt like throwing you in jail for a speeding ticket, they could. So some places have very strict law systems, but people don't comprehend that with the laws of the Bible, that if the Lord really wanted to be like to the book, man, none of us would stand. How many, if you're a priest, if you're teaching this word, you're not supposed to, if you're a priest of the Lord, you're only supposed to deal with virgins. Everybody talk, like, if you all into the law like that, is your woman a virgin? She couldn't be a divorcee, she couldn't be a widow, she couldn't be none of that. You are, because it's about purity. But see, we're in the most unpure state our nation has ever been in, and Jake want to act like they got some notch over you. And that's the thing, then Thawada Yahweh Shimei was shy that really in the spirit, these, and I'm gonna close up here actually, that these individuals that are like this aren't really the true leaders of Yasha'Allah, of Israel. Because if these were really the leaders, they would be tyrants. They don't lead from no level of mercy, because really the Lord not judging us by the law is one of the highest forms of mercy we could actually ever experience. That's high level mercy. That's the Lord having the ultimate mercy for us. That's all. That's what the scriptures say. Mercy rejoiceth over judgment. I think that was in the book of James as well. Mercy rejoiceth over judgment. The Lord would rather show mercy. The Lord wants to show the nation of Israel as a whole mercy. But Jake disregards, waves his hand at it, says hell with that. That's our people. All right. Hey, so you know what? I'm almost to where I gotta be. Our people are cooked. But see, this is what happens. We turned our back on the Lord. We rejected. Our people as a whole saw the ways of the Lord to be grievous, and we sought after the ways of the heathens. And look at this shit, man. This nigga walking out here, his jacket looked like it was in a fight with two pit bulls was fighting over his jacket. But I believe that's in the law as well too. I mean, I have to look some more into it. But the scriptures speak about renting your clothes, like tearing your clothes, you know? And what is big in this culture? Like I said, I gotta look more into this law, but renting your clothes, like ripping them. And what's big in this culture? What do these high-end brands love to sell to our people? Clothes that are ripped up, torn up, distressed. Holes in the knees and holes in the pants and, you know, holes in the shirt and shit like that, man. This is what be fucking going on out here, man. So, hey, I'm gonna close up here. I pray that this was spiritual, it was informative and edifying. I'm almost at the campgrounds. So with that, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Damn! Accident. Ooh! Nice car too. Fuck, I was just looking at that car. Salaki. Double honors unto my apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akim. Shalom.